Welcome in, everybody. Welcome to Carol Jo's. I am Carol Jo, and I just have to say, I had to redo how I do my intros, so I'm still using my little cheat sheet notes. So please, guys, give me grace. And it's because that I am live on both YouTube and TikTok has changed some of the rules of what we can and cannot say. So because of that, I have to have my little cheat sheet to make sure I'm saying it right. So, welcome to CarolJo's. It is your online jewelry and accessory shop. I'm Carol, and I personally create and manage everything that you see on CarolJo's.com. I am live on TikTok, YouTube, and Facebook groups, doing tutorials, chat times, selling jewelry, and selling beads. I do different things on different items. Hi, Rainbow. Hey, Rainbow, stick around. I want to ask you if this one is the right size for the pendant for you. So just stick around after I get through my intro, okay? So tonight is a chat session where you guys get to ask me all kinds of questions that you would like about jewelry making, jewelry supplies, running a small business, whatever you would like. Hey, R.E. Carter's Creations, welcome in. So I do post my live schedule every week, usually on Friday or on Sundays, maybe on Mondays. And I had to change the time tonight. I actually sent out a thing saying on TikTok that I was going to cancel it. And Ryan's like, just go earlier. And I was like, oh, duh. So thank you, KB77, for the gift. And so I'm going to come on a little bit early. I won't be able to go on for the full hour, just to let you all know. We got to go get Buttercup. So she's at an event for school. And so the event was longer, and that's why I was canceling. But then he's like, just go on earlier. And I'm like, duh. Thank you, Rainbow, for the heart me. So there's that. Let me see what else I got in my little notes of what we can and cannot say. All right, we do giveaways for every live event. So today, because it is a chat time, we will be doing your choice of items. I received free some eye pins. So there's a little baggie of eye pins. We'll do bead soup or a piece of jewelry. You get to choose between the three now. Oh, thank you, Rainbow, for all of the gifts. You're making my night. Thank you, Annette, for the gifts also. So to get to the giveaways, we just need 10 shares down below, 10,000 likes at the top. All right. So that is part of what I'm going to do for the new intro. It is not like smooth at all. Sorry, everybody. We're trying, but we just want to make sure that we don't offend the TikTok algorithms. All right. So here we go. Thank you, Oliver. I appreciate that. So, Rainbow, the flags that I have look like this. And they are, I don't know what size yet. Are you good with those and wanting the 5 of those? I'll show you here on YouTube. So this is one of the items that I will have for sale on Saturday, but someone was asking for it. So if you like that, I can add those 5 to your order. But everybody else will have the remaining amount on Friday or on Saturday at 10 a.m. on TikTok only. I think they're cute too. So we've got those, and I can do those for you, Rainbow, if you'd like, and add it to it. Thank you. We're hitting goals over here on our gifts. I've got some of the items that I'm going to have on Saturday. Oh, thank you. Got me to my goal. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. And they say that then you're supposed to change your goal. And this is where I have a hard time. Yep, not a problem, Rainbow. I'll show you here. They look like that. So in the chat, everybody, you can put whatever kinds of questions you would like. I can show you, and I forgot to set my settings. Let me see if I can go do that quick. Settings, because I got to do that, or I could be... Where is the settings? While I'm live, I'm trying to find it. Settings right there. Okay. No, that's not the one I'm wanting. Well, yep. Okay, I will put you down. I'll get you those. I'm going to set those over here so I don't forget to do that. All right. So I did not see any questions yet. So if you guys want to put questions in the chat, please do. Then we can answer them. But I'm going to show you some of the items that we're going to have on Saturday. I thought I'll grab those in case you guys don't have questions. The question that I got is, how are you so happy and cheerful all the time? Work has kicked my behind. Guess what? Today, I took the day off from work. I'm sorry. And literally, if you guys knew personally what I am going through, and I don't want to share it yet here in social media world, I am literally going through some of the hardest things I've ever had to go through in my entire life. It's because I can come on here and know that we have a positive environment, that it actually makes me happy and keeps me uplifted. And I know that's going to sound in a weird way, but it's a happy place for me and it brings me joy. I don't look at what I do here as a job. I don't look at, yes, it is my business, but it really truly is my joy. And someone was filtered. I'm so sorry. So whoever it was filtered, if you want to reword it and see if we can get you to do it. So yeah, doing the lives. A Carter's Creation says I love my lives. It brings me joy that I know that you guys can take what I make and create something beautiful. Well, hello, is it Asterix? Is that how you pronounce that? I am in South Dakota. I don't know if you're in the U.S. or not, but I am from the South Dakota in the U.S. And we're answering all kinds of questions that you guys might have about running a small business, about jewelry making, anything like that. And one of the questions was about how can I remain happy and positive? We have all this stuff, like I was saying, we have all this stuff coming at us. And if you can find a place to bring you joy, that's where you need to be. And this is, for me personally, where I get my joy from. I love doing this. I really honestly can't say it's a hardship for me to do this. I really, truly do love it. There are things going on in my job that we're having a lot of change. And if anybody has been at a job where there's lots of change, it adds stress to your workday. And I know I can come here and everybody is so grateful for what we've got going on here that it really, truly makes it so that it is a place that I want to be. I love my job too. I love what I do. And I love what I get to do at my full-time job. This is just a different way that I can have creative resources and do things. And that's why I love it. So, and I'm going to change the goal here really quick. All right, we're going here. This is really weird. So for you on YouTube, hi, we get to do different goals here. And I'm just going to change it up here. I love puffed hearts. We're going to go with puffed hearts next. Okay. And so once they fill the goal, they say you're supposed to change it again to keep everything going. Because the one thing that I want to do is grow the community, both from YouTube and TikTok. So what language do you speak? Can I ask? I only speak English. And I really wish that I could speak a second language. There are lots on here that do speak 2 languages or more, and I think it's really cool. Hi, Tuesday. And I am live at a different time today because we've got to go pick up Buttercup about the time that I would normally go live. We're actually going to go leave at 7 p.m. our time to be able to watch the end of the activity and get her. So I didn't know that, Mythical. That is cool. See, you guys are neat that you can speak more than one. No, I don't know. And is it Azerbaijan? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm like looking at it going, did I even pronounce it anywhere near right? So now I'm going to have to go Google it. I'm going to write this down and go look at it and see what it is. There we go. Okay. That is cool. See, in my ancestry, I am, now I got to think about it, the 4th generation born in the United States. Thank you. And so it would have been my great great grandfather is who migrated here on my dad's side, and that was my dad's side. My dad's mom's side, we are 5 generations here, so a lot more. And then on my mom's side, I do not know how many generations it is. It's probably like 3 or 4. Because, well, my grandpa was born here, but I don't know if his dad was or not. And my grandma, I don't know much about them. Yeah. Okay, so literally, Heidi, what happened? So, okay, Patty, so then you speak Spanish also. So for me, Buttercup has an event tonight, and I thought we were going to get her a little bit earlier and then bring her home, but then we're doing, a friend, parents took her there, so now we need to take her friend home, and we want to watch part of the event that she's at tonight. And so it just means that I would be gone past 8 o'clock. And so Ryan and I are going to leave here at 7, get her, watch her, do her thing, and then we are going to go take her friend home. So I came on earlier because we were thinking it was going to be later when we got her home. So yeah, so that's why I got to come on. So you guys can ask away. I'm going to show you things, though, that we're going to have on Saturday. So we had these recently, I think, in the rainbow color, the dragonfly pendants. I got more of them in the silver. So we'll have those. I haven't figured out prices yet on anything, so I'm not going to say prices. I'm just going to show you. I'm just like, you guys amaze me. I like learning things with you guys. So these, I do not have more or a high quantity of them, but I have lots of different colors. We've got owls. We have that. We have them in all different colors. We have, in the colors, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ooh, this one's kind of cool. We have 6 colors. I only have 4 of each one. All right, Julie, I'm glad you like it. Look at this one. I'm thinking that owl is really cool. Holy fuck, you guys are amazing, because I took one language in high school, and then I took another language in college, and can I speak them or write them? Not really. I know a few phrases. I know that one, and I only have 4 of it. That's going to be the sad part, everybody. I only have 4 of each color. 6 of them, but 4 of each color. And then for those of you that like the mother of pearl, or I don't know which colors or which ones I'm going to bring. I have an entire bag full of different ones. So like we have here, I'm going to put them in the smaller quantities when I get them ready. We're going to have the yellow squares. I'm going to show what we're going to have for sale on Saturday morning. We're just having chat night. And we got some of the orange. We have blue hearts. Look at those blue hearts. I don't know which ones I'm going to grab out of this bag. I've taken some out, but look at the bag is completely full of different ones. So we'll bring some of those to Saturday. I just think it's fun to be able to see, and then you're like, yep, I'm coming. All right, what are the white boxes behind me? Is a question I'm being asked on YouTube. Let me show you. It is my fun. This is my collection. Let me see. I think, is this one? Nope, that was not full. This one's full. They're beads that I use to make jewelry. So there is large, medium, small, and extra small sizes that you can get in these trays. And these are all different kinds of beads. So they are sorted by the type of beads, the color, and such. And there's a lot of them. But that is my, like, that is what I call my personal bead collection. And but I sell beads also on TikTok only. So that's what those are. Yep. That would be a dream. So the comment over here on TikTok is, oh, to be able to look through all your beads, Carol, that was a dream. Because it's not just what you see behind me. I'm going to show YouTube here my whole collection size here. So it goes all the way over there. And it goes to the ceiling. It does go to the floor. I have my step stool because I can't reach it without my step stool at the top. And then it goes all the way over here. So I have 4 complete rows of the beads. And they are 8 foot. From the floor to the ceiling is 8 foot. So yeah. Yep, Patty B, you're right. Patty B said what you see is just part of my collection. And it is. It is only part. I'm going to change. There we go. Got you going instead of off kilter there. So yeah, so that is my bead collection. And that's my personal one, that when I make jewelry that I put up for lives, most of the beads do come from the beads behind me. They do not come from like what I sell. Every once in a while, I'll grab things out of what I sell. Like when I did some of the beads that we did for Monday night subscriber night. Some of those did come from some of the beads that we had recently sold, but we didn't sell out of. And then when I did the charm bracelet kits, I used some of the beads that I sell to make those. I was going to cancel tonight, and I put it out there, and then Ryan says, why don't you just go on earlier? I won't be on for a full hour. I'll only be on for like maybe half an hour, 45 minutes. Probably closer to half an hour because we got to go get Buttercup. But he's like, why did you cancel? Why didn't you just go on earlier? And I'm like, duh. I didn't even think about it. I am so used to, I am a creature of habit. I do the same time every time. So if it wasn't going to be 8 o'clock, it just means it's not going to happen. And he's like, you need to just go and say, I'm going to go live different times. So yes, so the private stash that I am selling is not the stuff that's behind me. It is my overflow. So yes, so I will have that too. So I will have, and you'll notice in some of my lives, I have some of it for the stuff that we're going to do on Saturday. So when you see some of them, not all the time, but a majority of the time, if I have something that's only like 4 strands of something or maybe 4 bags of something, that's going to be from the overstock of what doesn't fit in these containers. And I'm still going to move out of the room. We just don't know when. And I'm not moving houses, anybody. My husband will not leave this land. I will tell you that. What it is, Saturday will be live on TikTok only sale. So Mary, just to let you know, I'm going to be live 10 a.m. Central on Saturday morning doing a bead sale. And we will have some of the items that you just saw and so a lot more. Because right now I have 3 ready to go, that I'm getting ready. What I'm going to do is that I've outgrown this room that I am in. And it has taken over part of my house. And so we are getting an outbuilding moved to our land because we do have acres of land where we live at. And so we do have room to put an outbuilding for me out there. And so we're moving a building that our friend has that they would be tearing down when they build a house. And so we're moving it here, and then we're going to have a floor in there, and then we're going to tin the outside. We got to put drywall in it, or is it... put walls in it, and then have heating and air in there. Hi, Melissa. So I will get, this room is, in my house, I probably use about 500 square foot. And I'm hoping that this new area it's about 700 square foot. So it's just a little bit bigger. So yes, we are calling it, I've named it already. It is going to be called the CarolJo's Bead Shed She Shed. Oh boy. So yeah. And I will do my lives from there. I will have, because I have 2 people that do come and help me during the week and get things ready for me. And so they will work there instead of at my kitchen table, so that when I have my full-time job and I'm working there, I can be in my house for that, and they will be at the outbuilding area. I call it an outbuilding because it's not attached to our house. So that is where my growth will be. And the only reason why we're being able to do this is because someone is giving us the building, because they would be tearing it down anyway. So we're just going to move it over here. Hi, Peyton. So, when you have to look at, I have for my personal, it's a business. You have to look at cost of everything. And I would not be able to build the building. And it's because they would have torn it down that we're going to bring it over here. And then we have friends that my husband can trade labor for to help out with it. We have one of the kids will be able to help and do it. If you lived a little closer, Miss Patty. So yeah. So I do have, and the thing that I look at is I'm still doing this part-time. It really, when you add up all the hours of everybody that works, it is full-time. But I look at it this way. I want to stay at my full-time job. Oh, you guys would be able to help me out because I don't. But I'd be able to help 2 individuals that are in retirement where they can get out of the house and do something for a few hours every week. That is the type of individuals that I have come in and help me. So I love it. Yeah. And it's my husband, it's one of his friends that, he was like, hey, we're going to tear down this building. And my husband's like, can we have the building? That's what, I don't know if it's like that all over the United States, but that is a South Dakota thing to help each other out. Oh, I got to tell you guys something. This is exciting for me personally from the aspect of I want to try this out. I found here on TikTok, it was really, really odd that I don't know how she came up on my For You. But she had a little post up at the top that she said she sells the silicone beads that I don't usually have a whole lot of. I will have a silicone bead sale in September sometime, either on a Friday night or on a Saturday, because I do have a lot of different kinds. I just don't have high quantities of the silicone, but she sells silicone beads and she is from South Dakota. And I am going to order from her, just like I always do when I found different people who do sell silicone beads. And I will tell you who my favorite recommendations are if you want more than what I have available for you. And so I'm going to place an order with her when she goes live, either tomorrow, I think it is, or tonight or something. I can't remember when she goes live, so I'm waiting for it to pop up and announce she went live. But when she goes live, I was going to place an order. Hey, Chris! And see if her silicone beads are the same as like Revival's quality. And if so, I would recommend both. I'm not going to say one's better than the other if they have the same quality. I will say right now, Revival, Brooks are above anybody I've bought from. So as long as hers are that quantity or quality, I will tell you the name of it and give you my recommendation. So hopefully maybe next week sometime, because I'll just have her mail them to me. We figured out we didn't give each other our exact locations because, we want privacy. But she's very close to me. And in South Dakota, close can mean a 20 to a 30-minute drive. I don't know what it's like where everybody else lives, but when you're in a 20 or 30-minute drive, that is like 2 towns over for us, but that's still close. So you guys can laugh about our closeness and how we define it in South Dakota. But if she is, hi, Cherie. So if we've got that, I will give that. as a option for you guys. No way! So she's close to you. Oh, that is so cool. I knew you guys were near each other because you guys have met in person, but I didn't know that was like that close. That is cool. Someday I will get to California and I will be sitting in Santa Clara. So there's a few of you know why I would be there. I think Mythical would know why. So yeah, someday I will be there because I want to go to a football game. You guys all know me. So that is our goal. And my husband and I looked at football tickets today because we went out to an early supper together and had a date night. So I've had a lot of things go on. I had my eye rechecked for my 1 week after having my LASIK, and I had date night with, or early date with my husband. We went to supper together. So even when it's just a little bit of time that we can catch at something, if it's running errands, eating supper, whatever it is, if any time together, we call it date time because it's the time that we can talk to each other. We don't sit there and say it has to be this is the only time it can be. It's any time that we're together. It's date time. Yeah, see, you got mid-morning. And it just depends on the time of the day, what we're doing. So he did not work his full-time job. He had to fill in at the post office today. He took off the day off from his full-time job, filled in at the post office. And so he got off by 1 o'clock. And so we ran and did things together all afternoon and then came home. And to us, that's a date time. We went to an eye appointment. He went to, he has something going on with his tooth, so he's going to the specialist for that. And supper. Date time. It's called life. But for us, that's a date time. So what questions do you guys have about making jewelry? Any of them? I'm like waiting for questions. But I'm excited. I just got to tell you guys, I'm excited to go pick up my little Miss Buttercup tonight. She had supper with the football team tonight. So I want to see how that all went with our high school football team. Here's another item that we've got for tomorrow. I believe this one is rhodolite. How did I get into it? So 19 years ago in May, my sister and I went and had a day together, a girls' day. I will. And we went and learned how to make jewelry that day, how to make the stretch bracelets. And I got so I loved it that I went back and took more classes from the place where we went to go do that at. And it was fun. I literally loved doing it. Yeah. So the stands that you see in my in-person shows, the gray ones, is that the ones you're talking about, Patty? Yeah, my husband and one of our kids made them together. So all it is a rectangle. They're the same size, and it's pegboard and like 2-inch trim or something like that. Hi, Gladys. And there's 3 hinges on one side so that they fold up. And then there is an eye hook and then I put a piece of foam in between in there so I can just leave everything on it. Yep. So, and you can make them as tall as you want or as short as you want. Now, the thing is that we made them as tall as I could make them, that they would still fit in my vehicle and be underneath my canopy at my shows. And we had to do it with the highest, you know how like canopies have 3 different levels to heights, and it has to be the highest to fit on there. So I would say, and they are heavy when you've got them filled up with jewelry. So I would say, don't go over large, because I feel like I went too tall. But the thing is that I do not have to take things on and off. Yes, when you open them up, sometimes some of the pieces do fall off and you just have to fix it. But it is so much quicker to open those up and fix it than it was to hang everything. It takes me longer to set up my tabletop and lay out all the jewelry than it does to open those up. It literally takes like 15 minutes to open everything up. But then what I would recommend is getting some sort of system where you can just put it in containers on the table and just have a couple laid out. I started doing that more towards the end on some of the stuff, and I like that a lot better because laying out all those containers took way less time. Setting up and taking down for a show is a lot of work, and that is why I don't do in-person shows anymore. Where did you find an eye needle that will fit the stretchy string? I don't do it with the stretchy string. I do not use the eye needles. Personally, I have some coming in and I was going to see if they work with the stretchy string. So I just ordered a small quantity of them to see if they will work. If they will work, I will order more. Because I've been asked about those and I literally do not have, I just don't use them. I just thread it on. Yep. So I've been trying to find things. I've ordered some stuff and it is that order I was hoping would ship, but one of the beads didn't get fulfilled. So I have to pick out a different something or ship it without. And so I got to make those decisions here tomorrow. I did want to do it today, so we're doing it tomorrow. So I will have it. Then once it ships, it'll be here in about a week. And then I will test them and I'll tell you if they worked or not. Okay? So hopefully something will work. And I am not one that strings, so we're going to learn something new. I do have, you're welcome. When I talked about the silicone beads, you know, our silicone bead loop turners, where we have the 10.5 inch, and this is how I keep them. I keep mine in my bag. The 7 inch, I will have those up for sale too. Oh, you can make one out of wax thread? Okay, now I do have wax thread, so I can try that. So do you just like make it as a point, bend it in half, point it, and then use it like that? Those, I'll show you here. I do have some silicone beads. I don't have very many here. Okay, now I'm gonna have to play around with that. Yep, there's wax thread that you can get. It is a cotton thread. So what you do with these, you have the silicone beads. I just have lentils here on my desk. And there's 2 different colors here. So just know they are not the same. So we have 3 white and then we have a pearlized one. And you put them on there. You put your string that you're going to use. Here, I'm just going to use this. Your string. And at the end, you put the hook on it. Hold on. Put this part up. Do you see how that's up? Turn it upside down. And then you push the beads onto your wire or onto your string. And that's how you get them on your string. So that is what the loop turners are for, is for the silicone beads. I'll show you again. I'm going to put the beads on. Here, I'm going to grab a second color so you can see the different colors as I'm doing them. I have some pink ones here too. So you put your project on the loop turner, however you want to do them in your order. He does not want to go on. There we go. He's got a little piece of plastic on him still, silicone. See how you have them all on there? Then towards the end of your cord that you're going to use, hook it into the hook part of your loop turner. Put this part up to hold it in place. Turn this upside down and push this in there. No, smaller beads. This is only for the silicone beads that this works. And then you have it on there. So that is only for silicone beads because they move. I wouldn't do that with glass or anything. It takes a 2 millimeter size hole for this to go through. So when you have the silicone beads, the focal beads, you have 19, 15, 12 millimeter, you have the lentils, you have the hexagons, you have all different kinds that you can just do it on there. Now when you're making the wristlets with the silicone beads, so here is one of the wristlets like this. This, how many beads you have around here is longer than 10.5 inches. So you use both the big and the small to put your design on it, and you put one on and then you put the other one on. So that's why some people need, hi Lana, need 2 of these to make like a wristlet. But if you're doing it with like a keychain, whoops, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to drop that. A keychain like this, where there's not that many, this one, you just need one of them. Or sometimes when you're doing them with this, you can do them with a darning needle. When you're doing this many, it is really hard to like put them all on with a darning needle. And that's where this, so there's times when one is better than the other. And I am learning how to do the silicone beading stuff. It wasn't something that I was taught. I just do tutorials every once in a while on them here, and we'll have silicone bead like as a special one, either on a Friday night or a Saturday. In September right now, I'm looking at if we do not have anything special for September. I got to look at the calendar. I think it's September 14th. Yeah, September 14th. That one is going to probably be a charm only day where we will sell all kinds of charms. We'll do, you know, all the charms that we haven't gone through, and then start in on some of the charms that we've had before that we needed restocks of, or completely new ones that I've gotten. So we've got, so I'm looking at the September 14th as charm day. As long as nothing comes up with Buttercup. And I also want to make sure that we have somebody taking her that day, because I don't want her to have to miss out on time with us because I'm on Alive Forever. So, but that's what I'm tentatively doing that one for. And the silicone one, I would probably do either September 27th or 28th. Give you time in between 2 big sales, because we all have budgets. And I don't want to break you guys because we have cool stuff. So, and with the silicone sale, when we do that one, I will have a lot of 15 millimeters. I will have a lot of lentils. I will have just a few focals. I'm going to have the rings that you have that you can make the card dangles with, or they call them card charms, but I'm going to call them card dangles. I'll have those hooks. I use the hook, Patty, when I make wristlets. When I do the wristlet, I do the hook. When I do, here's another example of a, the silicone focal here on a keychain. This one, I use the darning needle. I won't have darning needles available. You guys can end up getting those at just any, store. Ooh, there you go. So we've got that. And I'll have, when I say focals, I will have, like, here's 2 different flowers. Oh, for the pegboards? Okay, I got you there. The pegboards are just, I did a J hook, I think is what it was called. And they have 2 little holes on the back side that you put into the pegboard. And I purchased plastic ones over metal because, number one, the cost of the plastic was way cheaper than the cost of the metal. and I did them shorter so that when I folded them up, that they wouldn't hit each other. You can get different sizes. And I can measure what we did and let you guys know, because they are downstairs in my basement. All right, I just got the text message from the hubby. Yes, you don't want the long ones. Like, they are not very long, and I did a J hook so that it went like this and it wasn't poking into the other way, and it was longer, and I can hang like 3 items on there on each one of the hooks. So you can hang a lot on there. I can hang 3 pairs of earrings on my earring cards, but it allows it to close. And you can't have them like exactly across from each other. So you have to start one row above or below the other side. But that was easy. But I will get you the info on what size they were, okay? And I just ordered them off of the Zon. But the hubby says it's time to go see Buttercup. So I'm going to get off. I will be live on Saturday at 10 a.m. where we will do a bead show. And I'm hoping I can announce what the next week's schedule is. We'll see. All right, everybody. You guys all have a great night. Thanks, Patty. Bye. Thanks, Nicole.